Hello guys, welcome to the channel. This is John and I'm happy that you're here. Today's video is a reaction video. It's a reaction video about one Vincent, our favorite YouTuber of today, or our favorite character of today. So Vincent came on his channel, on his video, and said that he believes that there's black magic or witchcraft, and kind of he tries to blame it or connect it to the problems which he has been having of late, or issues he has been facing of late, especially the separation between him and his ex-wife. So basically our topic will be about that issue of black magic and witchcraft. And before we continue, let's listen to what he said about that.
Basically, someone asked me if I believe in black magic and witch and ritual stuff, and you know what I said about that? I believe in God, but also this thing has been happening, you know. Black magic, these things are real, you know. Witchcraft is real, you know. And I would say, as someone who has experienced it, you know, and you guys know I've been doing content and we have been doing amazing, you know, past few years with I would say, I don't want to really bring this up, but you know, you just have to talk about how you feel and talk about my ex-wife. So I feel like, you know, things were really going well until we went to the village. Stuff started going left, and this is something that I was talking to my bishop, and especially my bishop really believes certain things exist. You know, it's not like he was just saying, but he said, you know, Vin, you know, I believe that there's God, but at the certain time there were some angels in heaven that came on earth. These were angels that were like, you know, rude, like let me say not the good angels. They were angels, but they came on earth, and these angels, there were so many. They came on earth and they taught people.
So Vin talked a lot about that witchcraft topic. So I've cut it short because it's his video, but he actually took more time to talk about it and how it has affected his family, or how he feels or he believes that it's one of the issues which has been affecting his family, and especially his father and himself. And if you are keen enough to observe how he was talking about his ex-wife, you could see that he kind of blames that partially on the witchcraft or black magic, as he put it. I tried to research on black magic and witchcraft, and the two words are being used interchangeably to mean the same thing, but in real sense, black magic is different from witchcraft, whereby black magic is basically used for negative stuff, purely to harm people or for malicious intent. But witchcraft is believed to be both for positive and negative objectives or results. So black magic, in summary, is a form or a kind of witchcraft, but vice versa is not correct. So witchcraft cannot be called or cannot be generalized as black magic, but black magic can be termed as a kind of witchcraft. So my little analysis tells me that black magic is the use of supernatural powers for evil or selfish purposes, and it involves invoking of demons or spirits. And then witchcraft is the practice of using magic both positively and negatively. That's why we have people like witch doctors who they say that they don't do anything negative. They are there to treat people using those kinds of techniques and stuff. So it includes spells and rituals, but not necessarily with malicious intent. So witchcraft is common mostly in Africa, and I was surprised that it's also common in Southern America. And that was a shock to me, because I thought those are some of the developed parts of the world which should have ignored those things by now. So basically, black magic is a type of witchcraft and not the vice versa. So I checked South America, and I was a little bit surprised. There's Argentina, there's Bolivia, there's Brazil, there's Chile, there's Colombia, there's Ecuador, Guyana, Paraguay, Falklands Islands, Peru, Suriname, Uruguay, Venezuela, French Guiana. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing them correctly, but it's said that these things also are practiced, or people there believe in these black magics and witchcraft, which to me at some point I thought it was basically Africa which believe in that. So it's also believed in other parts of the world, but mostly South America and Africa. So Vincent talked about so many things, especially about giving cash to people, and that cash can affect, people can use the same cash to go and do those rituals and do malicious intents or harm you with it. And he was advising people not to do that. He also talked of the way people can collect your footprints when you step barefoot on the ground. They can collect your footprint, and they go use it negatively to harm you. So I in my opinion, I believe those are just beliefs. They are beliefs. I know they exist, yes. But the moment you as a person do not believe it, I in my opinion, it should not affect you. So even those ones he was saying, I grew up in the village too, and we used to hear of such things, especially because we moved to another land, not ancestral land. So we moved to another land where we were now new there. So we were surrounded by now new neighbors which we didn't know them. So in that place we learned more about, I learned more myself about this kind of things Vin is talking about. And it's true. These things, people talk about it. And in my opinion, if you believe them, it will affect you. If you believe, it's okay to believe that they exist, that's fine. But believing that it can harm you will definitely affect you. But if you just believe that those things, they exist, yes, but they will not affect you, that is where I think you will be safe. Because the moment you believe that those things will affect you, you will be stagnant, you will never grow, because you will be scared of doing anything. You will be scared of doing anything. Because I remember those days myself when I was young. Sometimes you would go somewhere when you are crossing the fence to your home, you realize somebody has tied something somewhere and put it there. And if you take serious, if you think about it seriously, you will be disturbed. So the best thing is to ignore. Some of them you just, as long as you don't touch with your hands, you just scoop them and you throw them away. And I remember one which I saw which I saw myself when I was young, where a bottle, somebody put some stuff on a small bottle, then they cover the bottle with some kind of leaves, and then they put it on your gate, on the side of your gate, so that when you are crossing, open your gate, or you are walking in and out of your gate, that that black magic or whatever thing they put there is observing you on that gate. Is just sitting there in your gate and you don't know. So the intentions of that black magic, the only person who knows is the person who put it there. But for you, if you don't believe it, it will not affect you. So in my own analysis, I would not be where I am if I was believing so much on those things that is going to affect you and things like that. So what I can advise Vin is, yes, they are there, those things are there, but you as a person, as Vin, don't put it in your heart that those things are affecting you, because you will be stagnant, you will never grow. You will never grow. Because if that was the case, most of us would not have reached where we are, because we grew up being told about those things. And if really those things were practical or were working in the way it was said, then we would not even have gone to school. So I am not disputing that they exist. They exist, witchcraft and black magic, they exist, yes, but on a personal level or as an individual, just if you believe in God, if you just pray about it and forget it, and forget it. If you believe in other faiths, well and good, but just pray to your God and forget about that, because the moment you put in your mind, you will never grow. Because anytime you see something which looks funny, which looks not natural, quickly you will think, now I'm done, they have done something to me and all that. Even things which just happen normal, you will be taking them to be abnormal, like natural occurrences. You'll always put it on that witchcraft and black magic. So what I need to what I can advise Vin is, don't put that thing in your heart or believe it so much that now it's going to control you, how you operate, how you are building your house, how you are visiting your village, how you are interacting with people so much. That one will really affect your development and growth. I'm not saying you be reckless or careless, or how you don't take care of yourself. I don't mean that. Still, you have to be careful, because there are evil people out there. But you be smart, but that one should not stop you from interacting with people, because you need people. If you bought land in the village, then you cannot be an island there. You cannot be alone there. You need people around you. So the best thing is to just be careful, but mingle with people, interact with people, but just in your own heart, just believe that you pray to your God and you don't believe that those things will do any harm to you. Because the moment you concentrate and say that this thing is affecting my father, it's affecting me, it's really going to, in the long run, it will affect the things you would have done for yourself. And I saw people advising Vin that the whatever is happening, or witchcraft which is happening in the village is real, and some were even giving examples. Some were even giving examples of what they have seen themselves there, which I don't deny. But the idea of now putting so much emphasis on it, you see the way Vin is saying, so many things are happening in a very short time, until he even doesn't understand how it happened, including the separation with his ex-wife. And I believe Vin still loves his ex-wife. And if truth be told, I'm one of the people who really believes those people should be together. And always I pray that they can just reconcile and come back together. Because I've seen Lenny she's doing her own things. Her channel is also growing, yes. But you can see both of them, there's some kind of because I watch for both of them, I follow both of them. So if you see there's some kind of how do I put it? How do I put it? I don't know how to put it, but I believe that these people, the way they were lively, how they were lively when they're together, is so much different with how they are when they are separate. When they are separate, they were so good together. So I know things happen, people separate, people differ, but for this couple, I think they really need a second chance. They can really work out those differences, and people do that. People even separate and they remarry again. So it's not something strange. So the act of trying to pull down anyone who appears to succeed is always a belief in the villages, that the poor people or the people who are down there will always try to pull down the one who is succeeding in the village. So that's a belief in always in Africa. You can see the way people are trying to pull Marwa down just because of greed. You see, people are envious. They just want him down to be on their level. Because if Marwa's family was poor, people would not be talking about them, or would not be trying to pull them down. So that's a reality. So if there were people like who practice witchcraft, they would do that on them, because they just want to destroy them, so that they can be equal. You see? So the way Vin is saying everything was fine between him and ex-wife until they went to the village. So you see, Vin is connecting that him taking his ex-wife to the village is the genesis of all these problems, and he is kind of connecting it to this magic and witchcraft thing. You see? So I really don't want Vin to really focus on that so much, because it's going to spoil a lot of his emotional and physical growth. Because the moment you are not free, you always have something bothering you, that every time, because he has bought land in the village. So the moment he'll be in the village and doing his stuff, and at the back of his mind every time thinking about the witchcraft thing, it will really affect or hinder his progress in that land, the one he has bought, because now you'll have to build, you'll have to do farming, things like that. So that would really, I think he needs to just shade off that part. Let's see what other subscribers were telling Vin. There is Sandra here who told Vin, basically that's what we mean by keeping things private. Don't tell everyone about your plans or dreams, because the devil, the deceiver, is also listening to your conversation to destroy you. That's true. So in most cases, the things you want to do, don't say it before you do it. Don't say I want to build a house. Build it first. Don't say I want to buy a car. Buy, then you tell your people, oh look guys, I bought a car. You see? Don't tell people you want to enroll in a college. Enroll, then you tell people, oh look guys, I enrolled in a college. That's what this subscriber is trying to tell Vin here. Then another one said, I'm from the same area as you, and I can tell you for a fact I have avoided going to my rural area for quite some time. People can be evil over there no matter what you do for them. I was once told you shouldn't give village people cash. Either you send them money on phone or you do some shopping for them. I have experienced these people's brutality when I was young, so I can relate. It's really crazy out there. So that's another subscriber. If you see what that subscriber was saying, she says she comes from the same area with Vin. So that means she agrees with Vin that those things exist. Meaning Vin is saying the truth. But with that being said, I believe Vin should not put it in his heart that those things affect him. Otherwise, it will really affect his growth. To really affect his growth. Let's see another message here. Good day, Vin. Yes, black magic is witchcraft. Read Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 9 to 13, and there are many more reading on that. Always trust in God through Jesus Christ. All the best, God willing. So that's another advice from a subscriber. Let's see another one. Lovely, good vibes video. Yes, the evil eyes and spells exist from Gila's low elemental spirits connected people, but your pure strong energy and beliefs can destroy that. That's what I was saying, that if you believe that no, these things are not going to affect me, then it's not going to bother you. But if you believe that it's going to affect you, then it will surely do. So it's a very long subject. Go to a person you trust within the field and get an amulet, I don't know what that means, for yourself and your family and the land. Blessings always. So this I like the kind of messages Vin was being told here, because it really helps to guide Vin on way forward to deal with his situation. Another one was saying, Vin, everything your bishop is telling you is in the Bible. If you own a Bible, read it. So this subscriber is referring to, because Vin had said that that his bishop was telling him how some angels, or the bad angels in quotes, came to the hut, to the wall or hut, and they are the ones now who are operating the negative part of the world. They are the ones who are pulling people down. They are the ones in charge of sicknesses or anything which is harmful to human beings. You see, they are the lords now of this type of things, witchcraft and magic. So black magic. So that's I like the points subscribers was telling Vin, because they are really genuine, and especially the lady who said she comes from Vin's area, and that whatever Vin is saying is true. So at least we have someone who confirms that really those things exist there. So that means that village people basically believes that those things are affecting them. It means because this is somebody who lives in an urban center, and she's confirming that that she rarely goes to the village, and she's always careful about it. But then with this current age, where everything is in social media, we used to be told that people will take your picture and go do those black magic and witchcraft stuff on it, and then it will affect you. So people used to say, so the issue was to be careful people don't get your pictures. But nowadays people have photos everywhere, Instagram, TikTok, everyone, social media. So if that was the case, people can get your pictures anywhere and go and do whatever they do. So I believe it's just you as a person to believe in God and just know that those things cannot affect you. And we are not saying they don't exist. They might be existing, but we need to be strong in faith and to know that these things, as much as it is there, they will not touch me, they will not affect me, and that I'm going to prosper and achieve all I desire. I think that's the best way to go. Otherwise, if we don't do that, we'll stagnate in everything we try to do. Let's see another part where I try to check, the difference between witchcraft and black magic. And of course, I've said black magic is just a form of witchcraft and not vice versa. So I try to just check quickly, and they are saying that there are three types. There is historical witchcraft, there is modern witchcraft, and then there is cultural witchcraft. And they say the historical witchcraft are the ones which were mostly associated with harmful magic, and the people who are accused to be involved were mostly women, and that there used to be a lot of witch hunts about it, and executions based on that. And I remember there's a community in Kenya, I think the Kisii, where some women used to be persecuted just because of being framed that they are doing that kind of black magic. So sometimes it's not a good thing for a society to follow it so much, because some people, innocent people, can actually be killed. Because I saw some women, old women, being persecuted, their houses were being torched because they believe that they were practicing those kind of black magic. And I felt like this one, doing mob justice to people in this manner, people can just be framed and they are just persecuted for nothing, for being framed, that they are practicing such stuff. So still, it's not good for the society. It's not good for the society. So the other one is modern witchcraft, which include spiritual and religious practices like there's Wicca, there's neo-paganism, then there's folk magic. Modern witches may perform rituals, honor nature, follow lunar cycles, and use tools like herbs, crystals, and tarot. Typically, it centers on personal empowerment, healing, and connection with nature or deities. So that's number 2. And then there is cultural witchcraft, which is in many indigenous African and South American cultures, and it's both harmful and beneficial spiritual practices. Beliefs in witches may be deeply integrated into social and religious life. In some regions, accusations of witchcraft are still taken very seriously and can lead to violence. That's the exact example I gave, where people's houses are torched and people are being executed because of people assuming or believing that they have practiced witchcraft. So it's a really risky thing for the society to indulge or to really focus so much on need, believe or need, to an extent that it's affecting their daily life or daily well-being, or how they interact or socialize or live together in peace. Because if you believe your neighbor practices witchcraft, that means you are not going to visit that neighbor. You are not going to say hi to each other. So it's a very bad thing for development and growth and well-being. It's not something which is positive for the society. As much as there are cases now of the witchcraft, the ones they say witch doctors, where they put it that they are using it for the positive or for the good of the society, which sometimes it's very hard to differentiate. It's very hard to differentiate between the two. So as for Vin, I really hope Vin continues to be strong in his faith, but ensure that he takes this issue of witchcraft out of his the things, whatever he will be doing in the future. Believing in it, knowing that they exist and all that is fine, but putting it in your heart that these things are going to affect me, that one I can assure you it's going to affect him big time. Because every little thing he'll be doing, he will be trying to watch his back, or he will be thinking somebody is trying to put him down. It will really affect him. So the best thing, if he can be able to see this video, he should really try and I'm not saying he should not take care of himself. He should be careful, but he needs to remove it from his thoughts, so that it will not be always an issue which comes to him that maybe it's witchcraft. Something happens, maybe it's witchcraft. Something happens, maybe it's witchcraft. Because now the way he has tried to connect it to the issues which have been happening to him of late. Might not be, I don't know, it's up to him, but I believe going forward in the future, he just needs to shed off that and forge his way forward as a God-fearing man, and just live with people well. And that idea of trying to put witchcraft as something he'll be very careful about going forward is I don't think is good for his growth. Otherwise, I really wish Vin and Lenny, the ex-wife, all the best. I really wish them all the best, and I always hope that one day they'll reconcile, because people differ. Human beings make mistakes and they reconcile and they move on. So if God wishes, they will reconcile and move on together. if it was meant to be that they'll be go separate ways, I still wish each one of them the best, the very best in their endeavors. Alright guys, that was it. Vin talked about witchcraft, and I said let me just delve on it a little bit, and I really wish them the very best in whatever they are doing. Okay, thank you very much. And if you watch this video up to this point, God bless you so much. Bye bye.